Hey people, what is going on? This is your boy 6-Man K Styles, and I have a question here from a man D1 Splash here at the bottom. I caught this in one of our streams. That's why I always say, y'all make sure y'all leave y'all questions when we go live. You never know when we're gonna answer them via video or show. But he's basically asking, should the Falcons resign Cordarrelle Patterson and Russell Gage? And if we kind of look at where the Falcons salary cap for next season come in at, you have to remember we have about 29 players under contract. So we got about 25 spots that we have to fill with about $30 million, depending on what moves they make. But we just gonna say about 28 to 30 as we speaking now. And honestly, I would re-sign them. But the only problem is it depends on how much you sign them for. Because as we know with Cordarrelle Patterson, even though he has had a career year, CP84, Flash, savior of the Falcons, we have to remember he's going to be 31 next season. Like I said, he's having a career year here with the Falcons. Shouts out to him. But that's just one of those deals. If you make that deal, it cannot be a long-term deal because you need to build for the future. It's just one of those cases where if you look at a guy like James Cook, who would probably fit that role perfectly, like I said, you probably wouldn't resign him. But if I do that, it would have to be like a 2-year, $10 million deal or 15, however you want to do it. But it's going to have to be something like that. Like I said, he's 31 years old. That kind of plays a part into it. And that sucks for me to say on that one. And Russell Gage, on the other hand, he's one of those guys that I definitely would re-sign, kind of like on a shorter deal as well. Because regardless if he's not the number one, when it comes to this next season, you're going to need players that Matt Ryan have some type of chemistry with. You're going to need at least one other receiver that has played enough time that where Matt Ryan can trust. Now, that may not be on no long-term deal neither. Like I said, it may be kind of like on a 3-year, $18 million deal or something like that. Because as we know, he's not a number one receiver. But he's reliable enough for Matt Ryan to where if you do bring in another receiver, he can transition cadences and stuff from Matt Ryan to the new receiver because he's built that trust right there. Yeah, I know this is kind of a different thing I'm doing here, but hey, appreciate y'all tuning in. Like I say, always leave your questions in here. Hashtag #Ask6Man. Hey, until next time, man. Deuces.